Hey guys, GD3 here, back again with another video in Le Mans Ultimate. This time, back again around Sebring for another goal to get a shot on the podium. This time we qualified P2 just right behind Mura in a similar position to the last race that we did, but this time we want to actually secure that podium and don't make too much mistakes like we did last time. So waiting on the green lights and away we go. We get a bad reaction time compared to the cars around us. So we try to go all the way around the outside now. We try to defend, but we end up just going directly off the track, losing a couple of positions, just dropping down the order. Then for turn 2, a couple of cars went off in front of us, so we ended up gaining back one position. The car behind us slightly tapped the rear of us right there, and they spun completely off the track. So that just leaves us now in P5 behind minimum ahead in that Golf livery LMP2 car as we make a mistake, another mistake, going off the track, setting us back a bit in P5. So in order to go up now, we're gonna have to get some work done in order to catch back the pack. So we're just trying our best now. Still making a bit of mistakes, but we're trying our best to get some heat into the tires, into our brakes, so that we can take these corners much more confidently than we are right now. So on the back straight, approaching turn 17, we're still 1.9 seconds behind G minimum in front in the Golf powered McLaren LMP2 livery, and behind is Jung around the same distance, 1.9 seconds, 2 seconds. So lap 1 completed, P5. Let's see what we can do. So skipping all the way to lap 7, we caught up to the pack in front of us. Donnelly in front. We took our time, just trying to save as much fuel as possible. Made a few mistakes along the way, but it isn't as bad as expected. So Moore in front basically gapped us, so our chances of actually going for the win are very low. But ahead, Kang made a major mistake, just getting on the power too aggressively and spun right off the track into the barriers. Yurjan's behind us 4 seconds. It's kind of lucky that Pasha behind was that far away, so he ended up not losing any position. In front, Donnelly and Minimum are fighting for position, allowing me to gain on them coming into this final sector here on lap 7. So we're trying to keep close, trying to get a good exit right here so that we're extremely close to them, just enough to be in the slipstream. Probably not, but it should. And then turn 17, the last corner, they got a bit wide, and Donnelly makes a crucial mistake there, spinning his car completely, giving us 3rd place on lap 8, already in the podium. So I should have been satisfied here, but I've decided I need to go and replace P2 since Minimum is in front of us. This is our chance to actually fight for the top 2 spot. He meets up with a bit of traffic, which doesn't really slow him down that much. We flash our lights to warn the car beside us. Minimum though brakes too late and almost goes off the track. That gives us a much better exit than minimum here. We're side by side into the next turn. I brake super late, trying to go around the outside, which we did, and gain the position P2 within a span of 2 laps to overtake 2 cars. So now it's just to get on the power and disappear. Lap 9 now, we brake super late and end up going off the track. Not yet used to braking with these LMP2 cars. That gave minimum an opportunity to go side by side, doing what we did to him last race. He brakes super late and goes all the way around the outside of us and end up in the position. We bumped a bit, but we didn't gain any damage from that. So we're relegated into P3 now, behind G minimum. So now we have to chase them down again and gain back that position. So back again in the final sector, back straight, just trying to keep it in slipstream, ensuring that gap does not go about 1 second. Hoping he makes a mistake in this last corner. We brake just the right amount, G minimum. Gets a slightly compromised line, there's a car ahead, but he overtakes, and we also managed to overtake the LMP3 car. We gain a bit on him, but our line into the first turn was kind of compromised. So for turn 2, we gain right to the back of G minimum again. He gets a much better turn 3 and turn 4. Much better line now what we're able to do. But we're gaining. Will we do a move? Nope, we lift. Back to lift to the coast, trying to save a bit of fuel while still staying on the back of him. On to the next turn, we just keep trying to keep as close as possible. As he makes a mistake and go wide, gaining us a 10th. We try to look for a move, we said never mind, and just continue waiting to see what other mistakes he makes so we can gain that position. But overall, so good. We're in P2, P3 actually, chasing down P2 for 2nd spot on the podium. Much better result so far than what happened last race, where we made that big crash and lost all the positions. So we just now have to keep extremely close as possible as we get a much better run out of the last turn, but not close enough to go for a overtake in turn 1. We do more lift and pulls because we saw that our fuel usage went to 5.7. He encounters a bit of back markers in front. He locks up the brake due to the LMP3 car. The LMP3 car almost came back and was swiped us off the track, but we managed to avoid it. So he has now a compromised line, allowing us to gain on him. We back out again. Not enough. As he go off the track, we actually gained a position. He was startled by our last minute move that we cancelled. So we gained that position, P2 on the grid, with Mura 12 seconds in front. It's gonna be hard to do anything else. So P2, our podium redemption in Le Mans Ultimate in the LMP2 car. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I surely did, and hope to see you next time. Have a good one.